Hello everyone, myself Dr. Kavya Shri. In today's class, we will going to learn about nature of state and organic theory. In this class, we will going to learn couple of characteristics in terms of nature of state and organic theory in general, Herbert Spencer views on organic theory, and a concluding part. So, let me begin with an introductory part. Here I would like to express nature of state prefers a multi-dimensional attitude and a kind of incitements in the theory. The basic idea of state is actually to show that the state is like a biological organism viewed in its nature itself, especially in living beings as being an individual. Individualistic state are also similar like a living organism in the sense relationship between organism and its cells. Likewise, it may be it's a comparison in terms of state as well as society. Somehow, according to this particular theory, state is not mere aggregation of individuals, but organisms. They have some parts and organs which are related to one another. It may happen, and in a same way, the different kinds of organs in an animal, plants are also connected with each other. So, in this session, we will going to address the nature of state in general and organic theory in particular, which actually leads us towards for some amount of viewpoints in different dimensions as well as kind of comparison in a systematic way, because the basics of these kinds, I mean to say that their evaluation can become guide for us, and it may leads further. So, that is the reason why it is essential to address all these things. So, let us move on to the first aspect, that is nature of state. Here nature can be viewed for multi-dimension in a different school of thoughts in political science, and whereas defined in a specific way. Now can give an attention to those aspects which can be followed one by one in terms of notion on the nature of state. So, here the first one is legal concept of state, in the sense how legalities played a predominant role in the nature of state. Here I would like to proceed with the main purpose of constructing the state is to regulate human behavior through legalities or by the laws, and those laws should actually formed and enforce them to punish if any person commit mistakes. So, the main proponents of this particular concept is Jean Bodin, Hobbes, Bentham, Austin, and others. So, here according to them, state is meant with legal in nature. The second one is ethical notion of the state. It actually defined with the theme of morals, like Plato, Aristotle, who defined with the concept of virtue or morals. It means one can prove the highest morality by living in state itself. The supporters of this particular component is Rousseau, Hegel, Green, they are the supporters. It just lead to the justification, that is what. This is also a kind of nature, and the other one is state is a necessary evil. It can be seen with liberals. Here we need to get two important words here cautiously and carefully. Those words are necessary and evil, because being an organization to contact men, state is very necessary or essential, but giving complete freedom individually can be noticed as evil because of the extreme kind of liberty. So it's become necessary evil. State can be the necessary evil, which may interfere in individuals' matter and necessary to maintain laws and orders. Such things cannot be ignored, and the a kind of liberal school was supported this particular component, like Bentham, Smith and other scholars. So this is what state is necessary evil, and the another one is state is unnecessary evil. Here anarchist who supported this particular component, in the sense state's relationship is like less, it may be less, and while regulate the nature it is difficult, so it's better to abolish or reduce the significance of the state and all. So in this way we can call it as state may be unnecessary evil, in the sense it's not an evil. So the next kind of nature is pluralistic view of state. Here with the state there are other institutions are equally important, like those will also going to discharge their duties and perform their functions. The other organizations like family, church and then trade unions and social clubs, etc., organizations are there. They also equally important in the sense. In this component, the supporters like McIver, Lasky and other scholars have showed their interest in this regard. The another one nature is totalitarian view of nature in the state. In this the state has got absolute power. Individuals cannot oppose the state actions. So in a sense state has complete control over the individuals is very much there, which this concept actually supported by Hegel, Nazi and Hitler and Mussolini and others, but somehow this is also a kind of very typical state in nature. This is what we can call it as totalitarian state. So the another kind of nature is state is a welfare system. It means developed by which is actually developed by Lasky, J.S. Mill and T.H. Green and others, but somehow here we can say that state is not only maintaining laws and orders, but even it can carry lot of welfare functions, welfare works in terms of the development of the state. Like for example, we can get education, health service, all sorts of needs by the state. So in this way we can call it as nature is a welfare institution or welfare system. That is what somehow this is also a modern kind of thought, or else even still it has been existing. And the other one is class perspective on state. Means here we can understand that society basically it may be based on and behind the successful state is society. Here we can divide it into two important antagonistic classes with by saying that in an advent of private property, because classes are dominant class and dependent class. Usually this may be very much there in the society. Here what will happen, dominant class will going to exploit the poor class. So as an instrument, so state would try to resolve this. Usually it happens, state will which always try to resolve all sorts of class struggle and the other issues as concerned. So these are all the nature of state which can be carried with certain characteristics. Somehow these are all various came out in various perspectives and which surrounded with the state, but no consensus is there. So a kind of consensus is lapsed. Somehow here we may give different kinds of connotations about state, but which are actually helpful while constructing a strong state. This is a staunch belief which we can have forever. And this is what the nature of state. So let us move on to the organic theory has concerned. Somehow by understanding the nature of state, which can be compare and try to understand in different shades. That is what. One of the a kind of shade is organic theory. Here we can say that the state has its own kind of personality in its independent as of the individual comprising the idealistic state, which actually describe the state as a moral organism. A kind of morality will going to be there, but compared with organism. But according to Spencer, the state is a living organism. In sense, it may comprise or it may have with state in individualistic mode, or the organism it with its cells. So this theory actually will going to try to interpret the state in terms of organism with various parts and particulars. So the relationship between human parts, we can call it as humans have got some qualities or even physical parts as concerned. Here we can have some comparisons in the sense human hands to the body and plants as like leaves to the tree, and with the in terms of the state we can say that man towards the society. But animal's body may be composed by the nature, but the state it should be composed with the help of individuals in the sense a complete men. So the state is therefore organism unity. A kind of unity must be there to become a perfect society or even a state. So this is what organic theory has concerned. This is just a meaning of organic theory. So let us try to evaluate with the historical background of the organic theory. Historical background can be understood by the threefold classification. That is, the organic theory is as old as political thought, because primarily it was considered as natural institution. So ancient time it gave an ethical notion to the state has concerned. Like for example, Plato, who drawn attention to the individuals and state as enlarged copy of men with threefold classification, who made the classification with philosophers like soldiers, artisans, and then human soul. Similarly, human soul as also can be compared with what do we call its persistence as well as its existence as concerned in terms of wisdom, appetite, and courage. The other important person, father of political science, Aristotle, who made a comparison between the symmetry of state with the symmetry of body. That is also an important path for us to move further in terms of nature of state. At the later stage, of course, Cicero, who made an analogy between state and body, which actually linked with that as head of the state who rule with a spirit to rule human body, how it can be operate with the help of spirit. Somehow in the middle period, which can be viewed as mystic body of state, in the sense which can be ruled by the god, in the sense as church has considered a mystic body in the medieval time. Christ, who will going to runs the state. So this conception actually had given by Saint Aquinas and Marsilio Padua and others. Similarly, secularists also, they have regarded the emperor is the head of state. That is also there. But among the modern writers, Hobbes, Rousseau and others who made an analogy with human beings about the society has concerned. Somehow Hobbes actually compared to the state as a huge kind of leviathan, which is an artificial or a kind of artificialistic way, though the greater strength and even statute which can be natural over there. He compared the sovereignty of state to the soul of man, that is very important. Somehow magistrate to the joints and even reward and punishment to the nerves, etc., etc. component are also very much there inside this particular component. Somehow Rousseau actually put it in a body politics, kind of body politics component, who makes that legislative power is like a heart, similarly executive power is like a brain. So therefore we can say that both men as well as state are like one and the same or similar to each other. So this is what the historical background of an organic theory. More importantly, if at all, if we willing to understand this theory, we need to go through with Herbert Spencer views on organic theory. This is an important part of this particular theory. So let us see that Herbert Spencer organic theory. This theory actually got a scientific touch in the hands of Spencer, who was an English philosopher. He draws an attention or in terms of analogy between the state and living organism in the following manner. First thing is, both state and organism show similar process of growth and evolution from the simplicity to the complexity. In the sense, it's natural process, and here state is a natural organism too. Both of them begin in a simple way, but later which may become a complex because of some different organs performing various functions, so that they are interdependent each other, and therefore which can be undermined for both simplicity as well as complexity in this regard. So the next thing is both state and organism, they are having three main systems, like sustaining system, distributory system and regulatory system. Here also there is a comparison in the sense with the human body as well as society and system. Sustaining means as we are already come across in terms of our body has concern, we are having stomach, intestine and all the things which is constant in our body, that this is what a sustaining system. And similarly distributory system, it may be like a blood and heart of human body and even vein, which can be dispersed the function to the whole body, that is there. Finally a regulatory system is there. It can be a process done by the nerves and brain of the body, which can control over our human body. This is human comparison. But similarly, if we take an instance of state or society, which can also be witnessed with the above systems like production and the other systems can be undermined with the sustaining system, and communication and other facilities carrying out the function process is there, that can be comes under the distributory system. And then of course body of politics, legalities will going to be there, law and order, everything is there, which can have a control over the society as well as state. That can be call it as regulatory system in our regular process of state and society has concern. But somehow it may regulate by the various components. This is a beautiful comparison with men as well as the society. He not only gave a kind of comparison, but some in some instances who brought distinguished kind of ideas are also there. For instance, he said that in the third component, organism composed by the cells and the state may be composed by the individuals. Here can understand the fact that both needs to have multiple supportive units to become a complete structure, both the things, whether it may be a human body or even a state. Whereas they are contributories to, they can be the best contributories towards the betterment. And the other thing is both organism and state exhibits similar kind of cycle of birth, growth, decay and death. Somehow organism undermine with these natural cycle, and similarly state is also witness for various fluctuations or fluctuating process inside its work and progress as concerned. But it can be understood as the state has been experiencing various pros and cons inside the works in different conditions or situations. So somehow this theory attack with various criticisms because which can be having some shortcomings in terms of single kind of notion and such other things, but somehow especially by the mechanistic views as concerned. But this completely closed with a system as well as a kind of place, but even despite of all the critics, it has got its own significance, because which can lead us towards the natural hands or efforts, and which gave a different kind of dimension in terms of individual consent or even towards the efforts as concerned. So this is all what about the organic theory in the viewpoint of Herbert Spencer. Finally, we can have a small conclusion. Here we can throw some light on the theory inevitably leads to the assumption that actually the individuals comprising the state, which are completely subordinate to the state, just as the what do we call cells of the body, which depend for their life and even its existence. However, on the other hand, organism or organic theory does its progress at individuals' freedom and also their inevitability, which lead to the idea of the establishment, in the sense establishment of a kind of totalitarian state or even fascism. But somehow this theory especially brings a kind of comparison between relationship as well as individualism, collective efforts towards the complete state, which explain with organic view kind. Somehow the participation and even the theory mainly established with the name of Herbert Spencer, and the contribution of him was unforgettable. But this theory is actually different kind of analogy that is more important, which serves where it necessary, and not only in all the ways, but it serves in necessary situations. That is more important. Especially the nature of state got another kind of dimension and made us to think and proceed towards the different kind of analogies, things, and of course different kinds of thoughts in this regard. So by saying this, we can conclude the nature of state in terms of organic theory, especially Herbert Spencer views on organic theory. Anyways, till this we have completed 6 units in block 1 for political science, about political science subject has concerned. It is there for the first BA in the subject of political science. This syllabus has prescribed by the Karnataka State Open University. So let me conclude this by thanking one and all.